I love how on my last YouTube video, how that image of Lalaine ended up being like posted up on the my YouTube site, and the image as you come to my site. Partly because the decor or whatever kind of fits the style of my site, same coloration and everything, but also just simply because I love the fact that beautiful, gorgeous Lalaine is posted up there. In fact, I noticed I got a lot more people viewing that particular video than others, probably just because people saw, wow, that's a gorgeous girl. I got to check this YouTube video out, and I'm going to do it again. Hopefully, posting up this picture here will come up onto the my YouTube picture or site or whatever, and the image will. And Lalaine, if you're listening, I want to comment that I'm got a Facebook account now, and I'm probably be easy for you to find me on Facebook because I'm one of your fans. But all the same, just look up James Morris in Boron, California. And I'm going to try to email you and stuff on Facebook, and I just want to tell you you're gorgeous and lovely young woman. And later on in this video, I'm going to kind of talk about you a bit and stuff, and I think at the end I'll post up some more pictures of you. It's been a while since I've checked my internet and stuff like that, because I'm not really a computer media type person. I'm not really. In fact, when I was young, I limited myself to watching like 2 or 3 hours of TV a month. I guess it's mainly because when I was younger, I studied a fair amount from Mennonite theology. I was quite influenced by it in many ways, largely because if you look at history, the Mennonites are just virtually blameless. They kind of trace their, like the Baptists, they kind of trace their origin to the Anabaptists. And they just kind of diverge off a separate branch. But the Mennonites, I mean, there was never Mennonites which owned a slave. There was never Mennonites which supported the slaughter of the Native Americans. The Mennonites never supported the Mexican-American War or the Spanish-American War. And, just virtually, they're blameless in history. And, I have a great deal of respect for many aspects of their theological views. Even though I'd have to say I'm somewhat more progressive in certain areas, But of course, also I studied Henry David Thoreau, and I studied a lot on Taoist, classical Taoism. I have to say, in my personal opinion, you get the Greek philosophers, Aristotle, Plato, Socrates, you put them all together, and they're not nearly as good as the philosophies you find in classical Taoism. I want to separate that from, the more modern New Age Taoism that is kind of mystical, and it's been kind of corrupted by Buddhist and Hindu influences. And, modern Taoism is kind of an occultic religion almost. I mean, it's kind of goofy. But in regards to classical Taoism, I have a great deal of respect for it, And if you get those different views of Henry David Thoreau, classical Taoism, Mennonite views, it does kind of, that gives you kind of a perspective that kind of leans you away from being too much into the internet and the TV, the media, and all that kind of stuff. So, that's probably the main reason I've just never really been heavy into that. But anyways, one thing I am obsessed with is, of course, anything that, has a beautiful Lalaine in it, I mean, it's just like that picture I saw at Walmart and I took a picture of, and every now and then I'll see something on TV, I'm thinking, even if it's in the distance, is that Lalaine or something like that one movie with The Rock in it or whatever. And, I've had friends I showed that picture to at Walmart, and they're saying, no, that's not Lalaine, but I don't know. I guess I'm just so obsessed with you, Lalaine. I think you're so gorgeous and perfect and magnificent that I guess I see you everywhere. And you are just so beautiful. I mean, you have such gorgeous legs, gorgeous figure, and beautiful, beautiful smile. I just love the sparkle in your eyes and the cheeks, and just everything about you. You're so adorable. And when I checked my MySpace last time, I noticed that on your I didn't really take note of it before, but I noticed, like, right after I commented about, your web thingy or whatever, you said, thank you, thanks. And I guess you were kind of replying to all the different people who were commenting, but I don't know, it seems to me like you're partially kind of replying to my comment. And all the same, that kind of partial recognition you gave me, I don't know, it just made me feel really good. And Lalaine, I just want to tell you, thank you as thanks for all the good ways you've influenced me in my life. I mean, in fact, when I do my prayers and everything about you, and I pray to God about you, one of the things I pray is I thank God for all the ways He's used you to influence good in my life. Because that is one thing that is definitely true, that God has really used you to influence a lot of good in my life. I mean, it's just, I don't know, there's something about you that, I mean, I guess it's your personality and just kind of who you are. I mean, I really connect to, and, you just seem to be a very good influence on me. And, it's like your old show, Flipside. I absolutely love that show, and it's like your old website, the way you talk about your family and your older sister, Christina, and the way you'd, that one time you said that you hated missing church, and I don't know, you just seem a sweet and a wonderful person to me, and I hope you're still going to church, and if you're not, I hope you get back to it, I mean, don't, like the old Greek saying, a wise man learns from his mistakes, a wiser man learns from the mistakes of others. Learn from my mistakes, because when I was your age, I got away from church, and I fell away longer and more than you ever did. And it just, life is so much better if you get back to going to some church or whatever. As long as it's a Christian church that teaches the Bible, and I'm not saying a particular denomination, but just a Christian church that teaches the Bible. And it's one of the most important things you could do. And Lalaine, I just think you're a very special and wonderful person. And I know since you were a good influence on my life in so many different ways, I know that you must have been a good influence on other people's lives. I know it for a fact. And, God has really, worked through you to do a lot of good in this world. And I think that God's still working in your life. And, God's got some great plans for you. And, sometimes the plans, they aren't what you think at first, God, He knows what's best. I know, like some of the people I've known, they might not have a lot of fame, they might not have a lot of money, but God's still able to use them for great things. And, it kind of, goes back to a lot of philosophies I had, influenced by Taoist philosophy and, classical Taoism and stuff, and Mennonite views, that, a person doesn't need to be extravagant, they don't need to be super wealthy or super famous. They can just be a good, wonderful person and make a difference. And, Lalaine, I go on about how beautiful you are and how sexy you are, and you are. I mean, you've got most beautiful legs, adorable, cute little feet, and beautiful hands, and a gorgeous, gorgeous figure, and luscious lips, and I love your smile, the sparkle in your eyes, and just, I don't know, your cheeks and your jawline, and just, you're so beautiful and gorgeous. And you are a beautiful woman on the outside, but you're a beautiful and sweet human being on the inside. And, I pray for you every day. And Lalaine, I really adore you and really care about you. And, I know these videos are kind of goofy, and I know I come across as being very lame and awkward. I'm not exactly a professional speaking person or anything like that. But, the reason I make these videos is I'm just trying to kind of pay you back, for all the good influence that you've had in my life. You've been a very good influence in my life, a good influence in my heart, and I'm just hoping that I can kind of pay you back a little bit and send back a little appreciation. And I tell you, I adore you, and I think you're a beautiful and special human being, and I pray for you every day. And God bless you, beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous, sweet, lovely, adorable, wonderful Lalaine. Bye-bye.
Silang ka sa maluto, laking tuwa ng magulang mo, ang kamay nila ang iyong ulam. Ang nanay at tatay di malaman ang gagawin, namasdan pag-ipag-tuloy mo. Kasama na pinapupuyat ng iyong nanay sa pagtimpla ng gatas mo. Sa umaga na may halong ka ng ilong amang tuwang-tuwa sa'yo. Ngayon na ay malaki ka na, nais Di masirapay at walang magagawa.